And other things like the Japanese style as well. A lot of those guys aren't tall, so I think I'm heavily influenced by like a cruiserweight style for sure. But yeah, I think right now I'm still in the midst of changing everything, but I would say mostly my inspiration would have came from still a little bit of the high flying stuff, but I don't do it that much anymore. And but mostly right now I would say it's the Japanese style that has really influenced me.
Yeah, you definitely see a lot of that, the way, just in that one match I saw, that those things are there. And to recommend anybody go and check that match out with Pete Dunne over on Turnbuckle TV. Now, obviously, we don't know when all this is going to come to an end and all the rest of it. That's the big uncertainty for you. What are your sort of, did you have goals? Like, do you set yourself goals yearly, or do you take it like sort of day by day? What is your kind of thing? Like, 2020 comes along, the new year. Do you have a certain target of things that you want to, cross off your list, or do you just see where it takes you?
So I set a lot of short-term goals and very few long-term goals. Like a really big long-term goal for me is to work for the WWE. Obviously, like a really big goal is to get WrestleMania, but that's so distant, like it's crazy. But a long-term goal I would say is to work for the WWE. Another long-term goal is to work for another big promotion as well, maybe Ring of Honor, something like that. Just somewhere where that's like a long-term goal, just somewhere where I can say I've got that validation to say, you know what, like I made something, do you know what I mean? I made something of myself. Like, because obviously like a lot of people who aren't wrestling fans, like all of my friends, none of them watch wrestling, like literally none of them, but they've heard of WWE. So to say that you've worked for the WWE is like, okay, you must be good then. Like it doesn't necessarily mean that, but to a non-wrestling fan, that's like a big thing, and it's a big thing for me as well to say that you worked for your favorite promotion when you were a kid. But I set a lot of short-term goals, like every. I would say. Maybe not every year, but every like 5 or 6 months, I'll always like readjust to see if where I'm going is the right way. So like every like 6 months or so, I'll set a goal as to where I want to go, like promotion wise. So I'll always try and name like 5 or 6 promotions that I want to get on those shows this year, and little things like that, but also just improving as a wrestler. Like you can improve as a wrestler basically every day. There's little things you can do, like you can easily discover so much new content, like if you watch content or if you're learning it, like loads of things like that. So I think as long as I go to the ring, like am I better than what I was the last time I wrestled, then I think I'm on a good course for success. And that's what I always try and do. I'm like, okay, was I better than what I was in my last match? And I think that's the key to success, really. I mean, I can't say because I've not done anything that some people would say worth note, but I would say I think that's a good mindset to look out on. So I guess it's somewhat day to day, but most of all, I think you've just got to be working towards something.
Yeah. And
I hope that makes sense. I did a lot of waffle there.
That does. And is Japan a place as well?
Yeah, I think I wouldn't. It's difficult to say, but I would say that I 100% want to go there to learn and go from there, because I couldn't say that I want to move to Japan and work only Japanese places, because although I've watched it and I love like watching some of it, I couldn't say that it's something that is somewhere where I want to be, but I 100% want to go and I want to learn for sure. It's something that's definitely on my wrestling bucket list.
So it's a unique. I think like every wrestler wants to just have that one experience there at some point. Even like I heard, like Matt Hardy, that's still one of his goals because he's never done it, and he's still.
Has he never done it? Oh, it's crazy.
He wants to do a Japanese match. and bring that character to them and sort of throw it up with what they've got. But it's interesting. It's almost like a lot of wrestlers. I suppose Japan, much like Mexico, it's part of sort of culturally. And it's recognised more in that sport category than anything else still. Although, obviously, they have taken it to different levels now. I still think they have that fundamental, where they've came from, and that sort of code is still very much there with them. And I think that's sort of the most appealing thing, I guess, to go and work for. Especially to that audience that have been totally educated in a very different way.
Very much so.
But no, that sounds cool. Obviously, I've been asking lots of people whilst we're in lockdown, as it is at the moment, what they've been getting up to. In terms of training, have you managed to be able to still keep training and as best as you can? Have you got enough equipment and?
Yeah, so I absolutely despise home workouts. I hate home workouts so much. Like, there's nothing to me. Like, I love walking to the gym, and I love getting myself like in that mindset. And I hate going in my garden and lifting dumbbells. Like, I think I do it just because, like, otherwise I'm just gonna get so out of shape. Because I don't know how long this is going to go on for, then I just work out. Like, I'm able to, thankfully, my brother-in-law to be has dumbbells, and I've ordered a TRX and things like that, like a suspension trainer, and I've got resistance bands as well. So I've got enough to work out with, but I still absolutely hate it. I absolutely hate working out at home.
I've been watching. I don't know if you've got him, if you follow him, but Jody Fleisch's workouts within his house.
Yeah, I've not
about
seen
a man
that,
adapts.
Is he? I imagine he's crazy because he's in an amazing shape.
Yeah, well, he's doing things off his work bench bits and his kitchen floor and his living room, and it's just like he posts these amazing videos. I'm just waiting for the one that's going to come up, and I know his head goes through the bloody light or something. You know what I mean? And he's doing all these flips.
Play to him, man.
But yeah, he's really finding it. In terms of any good TV recommendations? I've been asking people this. Tiger King obviously has been the one that everybody's been talking about. I'll tell you what, you want to take some inspiration from wrestling characters, go and watch that show. I'm sure WWE will
I only
incorporate.
watched 2 episodes of that, and it was just it's crazy. Like, what a world. But I might be possibly the worst person to ask for TV show recommendations because I struggle to watch TV a lot. I struggle to get into things, and the one thing I will always, without a doubt, watch, and my girlfriend and my friends hate me for this, is Friends. That's the only thing I watch, just Friends. Like, I can easily watch seasons 1 to 10 and then restart from season 1 again. And they're like, "Do you not get bored? You know exactly what's going to happen. You've seen every episode 10 times." And I'm just like, I honestly couldn't tell you why I watch it so much, but I do struggle to watch other things. However, for my sister and her fiance, they can watch shows like crazy. Like, I've never known a life like it. So honestly, like, I've never been able to binge anything. Like, but I've watched now Haunting of Hill House, which I would recommend. I'd 100% recommend that show. It's quite good. And loads of right now we're on Money Heist, and we watched a thing called The Platform the other day, which is super dark. But all of those things right now are stuff that I'm watching, and it's quite good. So if you're in quarantine, make sure you get on that. And if you've not watched Friends, then you need to reconsider what you're doing with your life.
I think how you described your Friends sort of comfort watching is how I'm kind of with Only Fools and Horses.
Fair play.
I just watched that over and over again. I don't know why. I know everything that's coming, but it's just like a comfort thing, I think.
Yeah, it's very weird to explain. I've never watched Only Fools and Horses, but a lot of people I know have, and they love it. So I can understand it. Shows like sitcoms like that, I think people can just watch over and over again.
Sure. Yeah, it's one of those things. But so it's, I mean, I suppose in many ways, like people that, are fortunate enough not to be having to go out there and staying in, I guess there's no better time like the present in terms of the entertainment that we've got in our streaming service and the internet. I mean, if this was back in the 90s, this would be a nightmare. This would be like, 1 to 5 channels. And,
it's crazy. Like, what I find baffling right now is everything has moved over to Netflix. Like, before, when I was like, maybe before I went to university, everyone was on about Sky or Virgin Media. That would be the live channels that you would watch, and that would be the only thing that you watch. And then when Netflix came about, it was so small originally, and then it got really big, and now that's, I think, everyone's primary entertainment focus now.
I think the world's going to, especially in the UK, I think it's going to go that way. I think these Amazon and Disney's just come on the scene
Disney
now as
Plus,
well, and they're buying up everybody. And I've even heard rumours that they're sniffing around WWE for some content. So
wow,
if that's the case, but I mean, I just think everything's going to that streaming service now.
Yeah, definitely,
because people. Like the way society is, people just want to watch things when they want to watch it. The idea, I think live TV, I think there's only probably sport that can accommodate it. I think because it's not like I'd want to watch something that's live, like 3 hours later. It just wouldn't appeal to me. I'd just look at the result. But I think that's about it. I think a lot of these other things are gonna just phase out. I don't see how they're gonna be able to continue up against there's obviously going to be more of this growing as well, which is probably why they'll try and get in on it themselves. But there you go, totally off tandem there about a whole other thing. It's just someone's taking notes. I want to thank you very much for coming on the show, though, my
no
friend.
problem. Thank you for having me.
For all my listeners to find out where you are, where can we find you on the social medias?
So my Instagram and Twitter is Hari Singh 333. And I don't think I'm on anything else. And my Big Cartel is harry.singhbigcartel.com. So,
I plugged your T-shirt last time. Is that still available? The one I saw on the Watch Along with Pete Dunne?
Oh, I actually have 2 left. I have 2 sizes left. One medium, one XL. I like that. If you get on that quick.
Yeah. Thank you very much. And obviously stay safe, my friend, in this time. And hopefully, I'll get to see you out there at some point when we're sort of out of the isolation. We're back on the road, as it may, and get to see you in person. But all the best, my friend.
Absolutely. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Take care.